Good afternoon, everybody. We now know who will be on the ballot for the November election. Some results didn't come in until after midnight. In U.S. House District 1, Michelle Lujan Grisham beat Eric Griego 40 to 35%. Former Albuquerque Mayor Martin Chavez came in third. Lujan Grisham will now face Republican Janice Arnold Jones in November. Lonnie Talbert beat out Michael Weiner in the Republican primary for the Bernalillo County Commission. Weiner only got 16% of the vote. One of the most heated races coming up in November will be for the Senate seat vacated by Senator Jeff Bingaman, retiring after 30 years. For the Republicans, Greg Sowards, a businessman from Las Cruces, basically paid for his own campaign, but as expected, Heather Wilson came out on top with about 70% of the vote. In the Democratic race for Senate, Martin Heinrich beat out Hector Balderas with 59% of the vote. Well, the gloves are already off in that race, which is most certainly going to be the toughest and might be the dirtiest race in New Mexico in November. Just minutes after declaring victory, Heinrich and Wilson started going after each other. News 13's Kim Baez is in the Newsplex with more on this. Kim.
Well, Deanna, Congressman Martin Heinrich and former Congresswoman Heather Wilson will be battling it out, as you mentioned, for that Senate seat being vacated by Jeff Bingaman. It is a very important seat because it brings with it the chance of getting a Republican back in the Senate. There hasn't been one since 2009 when Senator Pete Domenici retired. And there is only one Republican in the House. Both Heinrich and Wilson are already going after each other's record.
I think she has a record that I'm looking forward to running in opposition to. I mean, we've been fighting for Social Security and Medicare. She was fighting for tax cuts for millionaires and billionaires. She got us into 2 wars with no idea how to pay for them, no idea how to get our troops home again. We've been fighting to bring our troops back to their families in New Mexico.
On almost every issue that's important to New Mexicans, particularly when it comes to how do we create jobs and how do we get our economy growing, Martin Heinrich has been on the wrong side of those issues.
Independent political action committees are also targeting this race. PACs are already purchasing airtime, promoting each candidate and bashing the other. Back to you.